Literary giant Langston Hughes was born on February 1st, 1902. He was best known as a poet, social activist, playwright, and columnist. Throughout his lifetime, Langston Hughes was a prolific writer who used his literary genius to tell the stories of African Americans. His work brilliantly captured our hopes, our dreams, our humor, and most importantly, our never-ending quest for freedom and equality in America. Welcome as we proudly celebrate his phenomenal timeless work in An Evening with Langston Hughes.
I dream of the drums and remember nights without stars in Africa. Remember, remember, remember.
I dream of drums and remember slave ships, billowing sails, the Western Ocean, and the landing at Jamestown. Remember, remember, remember.
I dream of drums and recall like a picture. Congo Square in New Orleans, Sunday the slaves, one day of freedom. The Juba dance in Congo Square.
I dream of the drums and hear again Jelly Roll's piano, Buddy Bolden's trumpet, Kid Ory's trombone.
St. Cyr's banjo, they join the drums, and I remember jazz. I dream of the drums and remember.
Africa, the ships, New Shore and drums.
Remember.
I remember.
Remember.
I remember.
Remember.
I've known rivers. I've known rivers ancient as the world and older than the flow of human blood in human veins. My soul has grown deep like the rivers.
I bathed in the Euphrates when dawns were young. I built my hut near the Congo and it lulled me to sleep. I looked upon the Nile and I raised the pyramids above it.
I heard the singing of the Mississippi when Abe Lincoln went down to New Orleans, and I've seen its muddy bosom turn all golden in the sunset.
I've known rivers, ancient dusky rivers. My soul has grown deep like the rivers.
The night is beautiful.
So are the faces of my people.
The stars are beautiful.
So are the eyes of my people.
Beautiful also is the sun.
Beautiful also are the souls
of my people.
Oh, sweep of stars over Harlem streets. Oh, little breath of oblivion that is night. A city building to a mother's song. A city dreaming to a lullaby. Reach up your hand, dark boy, and take a star out of the little breath of oblivion that is night. Take just one star.
Little girl, dreaming of a baby grand piano, not knowing there's a Steinway bigger, bigger, dreaming of a baby grand to play that stretches paddle-tailed across the floor, not standing upright like a bad boy in the corner, but sending music up the stairs, down the stairs, and out the door to confine even Hazel Scott, who might be passing. Ah, little boy, dreaming of the boxing gloves Joe Louis wore, the gloves that sent 24 men to the floor. Knockout, bam, bop, mop. There's always room, they say, at the top.
Aunt Sue has a head full of stories. Aunt Sue has a whole heart full of stories. Summer nights on the front porch, Aunt Sue cuddles a brown-faced child to her bosom and tells him stories. Black slave working in the hot sun, and black slaves walking in the dewy night, and black slaves singing sorrow songs on the banks of a mighty river, mingle themselves softly in the flow of old Aunt Sue's voice, mingle themselves softly in the dark shadows that cross and recross Aunt Sue's stories. And the dark-faced child, listening, knows that Aunt Sue's stories are real stories. He knows that Aunt Sue never got her stories out of any book at all, but that they came right out of her own life. The dark-faced child is quiet of a summer night, listening to Aunt Sue's stories.
Bring me all of your dreams, you dreamers. Bring me all of your heart melodies, that I may wrap them in a blue cloud cloth away from the too rough fingers of the world.
To fling my arms wide in some place in the sun, to whirl and to dance till the white day is done, then rest that cool evening beneath a tall tree while night comes on gently, dark like me. That is my dream. To fling my arms wide in the face of the sun, dance, whirl, whirl till the quick day is done. Rest that pale evening, a tall, slim tree. Night comes tenderly, black like me.
Well, son, I'll tell. Life for me ain't been no crystal stay. It's had tacks in it, and splinters, and boards torn up, and places with no carpet on the floors, bare. But all the time, I've been a climbing on and reaching landings and turning corners and sometimes going in the dark where there ain't been no light. So boy, don't you turn your back. Don't you sit down on the steps 'cause you find life kind of hard. Don't you fall now, for I's still going, honey. I's still climbing. Life for me ain't been no crystal stair.
Lovely, dark, and lonely one, bare your bosom to the sun. Do not be afraid of light, you are a child of night. Open wide your arms to life, whirl in the wind of pain and strife. Face the wall with the dark closed gate, beat with bare brown fists, and wait.
It had no dignity before, but when the band began to play, suddenly the earth was there, and flowers, trees, and air. And like a wave, the floor that had no dignity before.
Woo, woo. The rhythm of life is a jazz rhythm, honey. The gods are laughing at us. The broken heart of love, the weary, weary heart of pain, overtones, undertones to the rumble of streetcars, to the swish of rain. Lenox Avenue, honey, midnight, and the gods are laughing at us.
Drone in a drowsy syncopated tune, rocking back and forth to a mellow croon. Now, I heard a Negro play down on Lenox Avenue the other night by the pale dull parlor of an old gas light. He did a lazy sway. Woo, Ooh, he did a lazy sway to the tune of those weary blues with his ebony hands on each ivory key. He made that poor piano moan with a melody. Oh, blues, swaying to and fro on his rickety stool. He played that sad, raggedy tune like a musical stool. Sweet blues, coming from a black man's soul blues. Now, in a deep song voice with a melancholy tone, I heard that Negro sing in that old piano moan. He said, ain't got nobody in the world, ain't got nobody but myself. I was gonna quit me frowning and putting my troubles on the shelf. Thump, 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 when his foot on the stool, he played a few chords, then he sang some more. I got the weary blues and I can't be satisfied. I got the weary blues and I can't be satisfied. I ain't happy no more, and I wish that I had died. And far into the night he crooned that tune. The stars went out and so did the moon. The singer stopped playing and went on to bed, while that weary blues echoed through his head. He slept like a rock or a man that's dead.
Ooh, boy, you are playing tonight.
Oh, yeah. No use in not going downtown to work today. It's 8. I'm late, and it's marked down that way. Saturday and Sundays, ooh, fun to sport around. But no use denying Monday will get you down.
Mm-hmm.
That old blue Monday will surely get you down.
It's such a bore being always poor.
Harlem knows a song without a tune. The rhythm's there, but the melody's bare. Harlem knows a night without a moon. The stars are where?
Cabaret. Cabaret. That's where my man and me go. Cabaret.
Mm-hmm.
The cabaret, that's where we go. Leave the snow outside and our troubles at the door.
Mm-hmm.
Jazz band. Jazz band. My man and me dance. When I cuddles up to him, no other gals got a chance. Baby, oh baby, I'm midnight mad. If my daddy didn't love me, it sure would be sad. If he didn't love me, it sure would be sad. If he didn't love me, I'd go away and dig me a grave this very day. Blues, blues, blue, blue, blues. I sure have them blues.
I went down the road dressed to kill, straight down the road that leads to hell. Mother warned me true. Father warned me and sister too. But I was bold, headstrong, and wild. I did not act like my mother's child. She begged me, please stay on the right track. But I was drinking liquor, just a bugging back. Going down that road, all dressed to kill, that road that leads straight to hell. Pray for me, mama.
I went down to the river. I sat down on the bank. I tried to think but couldn't, so I jumped in and sank. I came up once and hollered. I came up twice and cried. If the water hadn't been so cold, I might have sunk and died. But it was high up there. It was high. So since I'm still here living, I guess I will live on. I could have died for love, but for living I was born. Though you may hear me holler and you may see me cry, I be dog sweet, baby. if you gonna see me die. Life is fine.
Yes.
Fine as wine. Life is fine.
Work? I don't have to work. I don't have to do nothing but eat, drink, stay black, and die. This little old furnished room so small, I can't whip a cat without getting fur in my mouth. And my landlady's so old, her features is all running together. And God knows she sure can overcharge, which is why I reckon I does have to work after all.
I put my nickel in the raffle of the night, and somehow that raffle didn't turn out right. I lost my nickel. I lost my time. I got back home without a dime. When I dropped that nickel in the subway slot, I wouldn't have dropped it knowing what I got. I could have well just have stayed home inside. My bread wasn't buttered on neither side.
I play it cool and dig all jive. That's the reason I stay alive. My motto as I live and learn is dig and be dug in return.
I feel like talking about the word black.
Nobody's stopping you, so go ahead. But what you really ought to have is a soapbox out on the corner of 126 and Lenox, where the rest of the orators hang out.
They express some good ideas on that corner. But for my ideas, I do not need a crowd. Now, as I was saying, the word black, white folks have done used that word to mean something bad so often, till now when the NAACP asks for civil rights for the black man, they think they must be bad. Looking back into history, I reckon it all started with a black cat meaning bad luck. Don't let one cross your path.
Next, somebody got up a blacklist on which you get if you don't vote right. Then when the lodges came into being, the folks they didn't want in them got blackballed. If you kept a skeleton in your closet, you might get blackmailed. And everything bad was black. When it came down to the unlucky ball on the pool table, the 8 rock, they made it the black ball. So no wonder there ain't no equal rights for the black man.
All you say is true about the odium attached to the word black. You even forgotten a few. For example, during the war, if you bought something under the table illegally, they say that you were trading on the black market. In Chicago, if you're a gangster, the Black Hand Society may take you for a ride. And certainly if you don't behave yourself, your family will say that you're a black sheep. Then if your mama burns a black candle to change the family luck, they call it black magic.
Stop talking about my mama. What I want to know is, where do you white folks get off calling everything bad black? If it's a dark night, they say it's black as hell. If you are mean and evil, they say you got a black heart. I would like to change that all around and say that the people who Jim Crow me have got a white heart. People who sell dope to children have got a white mark against them. And the white gamblers who were behind the basketball fix are the white sheep of the sports world. God knows there were few, if any, Negroes selling stuff on the black market during the war. So why didn't they call it the white market? No, they got to take me and my color and turn it into everything bad. According to white folks, black is bad.
Wait till my day comes. In my language, bad will be white. Black male will be a white male. Black cats will be good luck and white cats will be bad. If a white cat crosses your path, look out. I will take the black ball for the cue ball and let the white ball be the unlucky 8 rock. And on my black list will be a white list. Then I will put everybody who ever Jim Crow me, from Rankin to Hitler, Talmadge to Malin, South Carolina to South Africa.
I am black. When I look in the mirror, I see myself, Daddy-O. But I'm not ashamed. God made me. He also made FD dark as he is. He did not make us no better than the rest of the folks. The earth is black, and all kinds of good things comes out of the earth. Everything that grows comes out of the earth. Trees and flowers and fruit and sweet potatoes and corn. And all that keeps men's alive come right up out of the earth. Good old black earth.
Coal is black, and it warms your house and cooks your food. The night is black, which has the moon and a million stars and is beautiful. Sleep is black, which gives you rest, so you wake up feeling good. I am black.
And like I said, I'm black too. You know, I feel very good this evening.
Me too.
Me too.
Me too.
Now tell me, what is wrong with the word black?
You've taken my blues and gone. You sing them on Broadway, and you sing them in Hollywood Bowl, and mix them up with symphonies, and you fix them so they don't sound like me. Yep, you done taken my blues and gone. You also took my spirituals and gone. You put me in Macbeth and Carmen Jones and all kinds of swing Mikados and in everything but what's about me. But someday, somebody will stand up and talk about me and write about me, black and beautiful, and sing about me and put on plays about me. I reckon it'll be me myself.
Here on the edge of hell stands Harlem, remembering the old lies, the old kicks in the back, the old be patient they told us before.
Sure, we remember. Now when the man at the corner store says sugar's gone up another 2 cents and bread 1, and there's a new tax on cigarettes, we remember the job we never had, never could get, and can't have now because we're colored.
So we stand here on the edge of hell in Harlem and look out on the world and wonder what we're going to do in the face of what we remember.
What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun? Or fester like a sore and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat? Or crust and sugar over like a syrupy sweet? Maybe it just sags like a heavy load. Or does it explode?
Come on. I was born here, he said. Watched Harlem grow until colored folks spread from river to river, across the middle of Manhattan, out of Penn Station, dark 10th of a nation, planes from Puerto Rico and hulls of boats, Chico, up from Cuba, Haiti, Jamaica, in buses marked New York, from Georgia, Florida, Louisiana, to Harlem, Brooklyn, the Bronx, but most of all, to Harlem, dusky sash across Manhattan. I've seen them come dark, wondering, wide-eyed, dreaming out of Penn Station. But the trains are late. The gates open, yet there are bars at each gate. What happens to a dream deferred? Daddy, ain't you heard?
I said to my baby, baby, take it slow. I can't, she said, I can't, I gotta go.
There's a certain amount of traveling in a dream deferred.
Lulu said to Leonard, I want a diamond ring. Leonard said to Lulu, you won't get a goddamn thing.
A certain amount of nothing in a dream deferred.
Daddy, 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 all I want is you. You can have me, baby, but my loving days is through.
A certain amount of impotence in a dream deferred.
3 parties on my party line, but that third party, Lord, ain't mine.
There's liable to be confusion in a dream deferred.
From river to river, uptown and down, there's liable to be confusion when a dream gets kicked around.
You talk like they don't kick dreams around downtown. I expect they do. But I'm talking about Harlem to you.
Dear mama, time I pay rent and get my food and laundry, I don't have much left. But here's $5 for you to show you I still appreciate you. My girlfriend sent her love and say she hopes to lay eyes on you sometime in life. Mama, it's been raining cats and dogs up here. Well, that's all, so I will close. Your son, baby, respectfully as ever, Joe.
Between 2 rivers, north of the park, like darker rivers, the streets are dark. Black and white, gold and brown, chocolate custard pie of a town. Dream within a dream, our dream deferred. Good morning, Daddy. Ain't you heard?
Love is a ripe plum growing on a purple tree. Tasted once and the spell of its enchantment will never let you be. Love is a bright star glowing in far southern skies. Look too hard and its burning flame will always hurt your eyes. Love is a high mountain, dark in a windy sky. If you would never lose your breath, do not climb too high.
Where is that sugar, Hammond? I sent you this morning to buy. I say, where is that sugar I sent you this morning to buy? Coffee without sugar makes a good woman cry.
I ain't got no sugar, Hattie. I gambled your dime away. Ain't got no sugar. Done gamble that dime away. If you was a wise woman, Hattie, you ain't gonna have nothing to say.
I ain't no wise woman, Hammond. I am evil and mad. Ain't no sense in a good woman being treated so bad.
I don't treat you bad, Hattie. Neither does I treat you good. But I reckon I could treat you worse if I could.
Lord, these things we women have to stand. I wonder, is there nowhere a do-right man?
I could take the Harlem night and wrap around you. Take the neon lights and make a crown. Take the Lenox Avenue buses, taxis, subways, and for your love song, tone their rumble down. Take Harlem's heartbeat, make a drum beat. Put it in a record, let it whirl, and while we listen to it play, dance with you till day. Dance with you, my sweet Harlem girl.
When Susanna Jones wears red, her face is like an ancient cameo turned brown by the ages, come with a blast of trumpets. Jesus. When Susanna Jones wears red, a queen from some time dead Egyptian night walks once again, Blow, trumpets, Jesus. And the beauty of Susanna Jones in red burns in my heart, a love fire sharp like pain. Sweet silver trumpets, Jesus.
When my man looks at me, he knocks me off my feet. When my man looks at me, he knocks me off my feet. He got those electric shocking eyes, and the way he shocks me sure is sweet. Ooh, he can play a banjo. Lordy, he can plunk, plunk, plunk. Ooh, he can play a banjo. I mean, plunk, 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 plunk. Good when he's sober and better when he's drunk. Eagle rocking. Daddy Eagle rocking with me. Eagle rocking. Woo! Come and Eagle rock with me.
Yeah,
Baby, Eagle rockish as I can be.
Come, let us roam the night together singing. I love you. Across Harlem rooftops, moon is shining, night sky is blue. Stars are great drops of golden dew. Down the street, a band is playing. I love you. Come, let us roam the night together, singing.
I had 2 husbands. I could have had 3, but my might have been was too good for me. When you grow up the hard way, sometimes you don't know what's too good to be true just might be so. He worked all the time, spent his money on me. First time in my life I had anything free. I said, "Do you love me? Or am I mistaken? You always giving and never taking." He said, "Madam, I swear all I want is you."
Oh,
Right then and there, I know we was through. I told him, "Jackson, you better leave. Huh, you got something else up your sleeve. When you think you got bread, it's always a stone. Because nobody loves nobody for yourself alone." He said, "In me, you got no trust." I said, "I don't want my heart to bust."
my old time daddy came back home last night. His face was pale and his eyes just didn't look just right. He said, "Mary, I'm coming home to you. So sick and lonesome, I don't know what to do. Old men treats women just like a pair of old shoes and kicks them around and does them like you choose." I looked at my daddy. Lord, I wanted to cry. He looked so thin. Lord, I wanted to cry. But the devil told me, damn, a lover come home to die.
A girl with all that raising, it's hard to understand. How could she get in trouble with a no good man? The guy she gave her all to dropped her with a thud. Now amongst decent folk, Dorothy's name is mud.
Mm-mm.
Nobody's seen her shed a tear nor seen her hang her head. Ain't even heard her murmur, "Lord, I wish I was dead." No, this hussy's telling everybody just as though it was no sin that if she had a chance, she'd do it again.
Shh. Her great adventure ended, as great adventures should, in life being created anew and good. Except the neighbors and her mother did not think it good. Nature has a way of not caring much about marriage licenses and such. But the neighbors and her mother, cared very much. The baby came one morning, almost with the sun. The neighbors and its grandma were outdone. But mother and child thought it fun.
That little Negro married and got a kid. Why does he keep on fooling around Marie? Marie's my sister, not married to me. But why does he keep on fooling around Marie? Why don't she get a boyfriend I can understand? Some decent man.
Did it ever occur to you, son, the reason Marie runs around with trash is she wants some cash?
Don't decent folks have dough?
Usually, unfortunately, no.
Well, anyway, it don't have to be a married man.
Did it ever occur to you, son, that a woman does the best she can?
So does a man.
I'm all alone in this world, she said. Ain't got nobody to share my bed. Ain't got nobody to hold my hand. Truth of the matter is, I ain't got no man. Big boy opened his mouth and said, trouble with you is you ain't got no head. If you had a head and used your mind, you could have me with you all the time. She answered, babe, what must I do? He said, share your bed and your money too.
I likes a woman 6 or 8 and 10 years older than myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fool around with these young girls. Young girl will say, Daddy, I want so-and-so. I need this, that, and the other. But an older woman will say, honey, what does you need?
Mm-hmm.
I just drawed my money tonight and it's all yours. That's why I likes an older woman who can appreciate me.
Mm-hmm.
When she conversations you, it ain't forever, give me.
I want to tell you about that woman, my used to be. She was the meanest woman I ever did see. But she the only woman that could mistreat me. She could make me holler like a sissy, bark like a dog. She could chase me up a tree, then cut down the log. Because she the only woman that could mistreat me. She had long black hair, big black eyes. Lord, hallelujah, forgive them lies. She the only woman gonna mistreat me. I got her in Mississippi, took her to Alabama. When she left, I said, go hot damn. You the last and only woman gonna mistreat me.
You say I okayed long distance? Okayed it when? My goodness, Central, that was then. I'm mad and disgusted with that Negro now. I don't pay no reverse charges, no how. You say I will pay it, else you take out my phone. You better let my phone alone. I didn't ask him to telephone me. Roscoe knows darn well long distance ain't free. If I ever catch him, Lord have pity, calling me up from Kansas City just to say he loves me. I know that was so. Why didn't he tell me something I don't know? For instance, what can them other girls do that Alberta K. Johnson can't do and more too? What's that, Central? You say you don't care nothing about my private affair. Well, even less about your phone bill does I care. Yes. You say I gave my okay. Well, that okay you may keep, but I sure ain't gonna pay.
Oh, that last long ride is a ride everybody must take. Yes, that last long ride's a ride everybody must take. And that final stop is a stop everybody must make. When they put you in the ground, and they throw dirt in your face. I say, put you in the ground and throw dirt in your face. That's one time, pretty papa, you'll sure stay in your place. You was a mighty lover, and you ruled me for years. A mighty lover, baby, 'cause you ruled me for years. If I live to be 1,000, I'll never dry these tears. I don't want nobody else, and don't nobody else want me. I say, don't want nobody else, and don't nobody else want me. Yet you never can tell when a woman like me is free.
Folks, I'm telling you, birthing is hard and dying is mean. So get yourself a little loving in between.
I too sing America. I am the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when company comes. But I laugh and eat well and grow strong. Tomorrow, I'll be at the table when company comes. Nobody dare say to me, eat in the kitchen then. Besides, they'll see how beautiful I am and be ashamed. I too am America.
There are words like freedom, sweet and wonderful to say. On my heartstrings, freedom sings all day, every day.
There are words like liberty that almost make me cry. If you had known what I knew, you would know why.
I reckon they must have forgotten about me. When I hear them say they gonna save democracy. Funny thing about white folks wanting to go and fight way over in Europe for freedom and light. When right here in Alabama, Lord have mercy me, they declare I'm a fifth columnist if I say the word free. Jim Crow all around me. Don't have the right to vote. Let's leave our neighbor's eye alone and look after our own moat. Because I sure don't understand what the meaning can be when folks talk about freedom and Jim Crow me.
I pick up my life and take it with me, and I put it down in Chicago, Detroit, Buffalo, Scranton, any place that is north and east and not Dixie. I pick up my life and I take it on the train to Los Angeles, Bakersfield, Seattle, Oakland, Salt Lake, any place that is north and west and not south. I am fed up with Jim Crow laws. People who are cruel and afraid, who lynch and run, who are scared of me and me of them. I pick up my life and take it away on a one-way ticket, gone up north, gone out west, gone.
Democracy will not come today, this year, nor ever through compromise and fear. I have as much right as the other fellow has to stand on my 2 feet and own the land. I tire so of hearing people say, let things take their course, tomorrow is another day. I do not need my freedom when I'm dead. Cannot live on tomorrow's bread. Freedom is a strong seed, planet in a great need. I live here too. I want freedom, just as you.
I've been scarred and battered, my hopes the wind done scattered. Snow has frizzed me, sun has baked me. Looks like between them they done tried to make me stop laughing, stop loving, stop living. But I don't care. I'm still here.
I dream of a world where man, no other man will scorn, where love will bless the earth and peace its paths adorn.
I dream a world where all will know sweet freedom's way, where greed no longer saps the soul, nor avarice blights our day.
A world I dream where black or white, whatever race you be, will share the bounties of the earth, and every man is free.
Where wretchedness will hang its head, and joy, like a pearl, attends the needs of all mankind. Of such I dream my world.
My name is Jerome Brooks, and I composed the original music for An Evening with Langston Hughes, AGM Theater. I really enjoy the work of Langston. As a kid, I grew up listening to his poems by theater instructors, and listening to the cast perform these brought back so many wonderful memories. Thank you all, AGM.
Edith Jason, and I am profoundly grateful to have this opportunity to be in this production and this celebration of An Evening with Langston Hughes. And I dedicate this performance and this of everyone to my father, who went to school with Langston at Lincoln University, and they were schoolmates and friends. And I also dedicate it to my son, Jewel, who performed Langston in 5th grade at PS 87.
My name is Simone Black, and I am honored to be a part of this performance of An Evening with Langston Hughes by the AGM Theater. Langston Hughes is the rhythm of all things Black to me, wrapped in creativity and poetry, jazz, and the idea of living life fully. I did pattern this performance after my grandmother, whose stole I'm wearing, Kate Black. And I want to say thank you to Edith. Maybe that's what I was waiting for reading the poem I'm Still Here so wonderfully well, because that's what Langston reminds us to do, that I'm still here to fling my arms wide in some place of the sun. And I just love it. And I'm honored to be a part of this performance. Thank you.
My name is Roger Paris, and I'm very honored to be working with AGM again, and also with these really talented artists. You know, Langston Hughes' writings is, always will be an inspiration, not only to poets and other artists, but to all folks, particularly us Black folks. His work chronicled our lives in such beautiful poetic form. It speaks with the clarity and honesty that will always forever embrace my soul.
How you doing? My name is Gil Tucker, and I'd like to thank AGM for allowing me to work on this wonderful piece. The first time I heard Langston Hughes was in grade school, elementary school, and I heard the poem Mother to Son, and I always was amazed by it. And then as I started looking into it more, I found out that Langston Hughes was a light-skinned Black man like myself. And then I heard another poem, which was one of the poems that I did today, which is I Play It Cool and Dig All the Jive. And it just touched me because I never really realized how in depth Langston Hughes was until I did my little research and found out that he was the tip of the spear as far as the Harlem Renaissance. So I'd like to thank you all for allowing me to take part in this. This was a wonderful thing.
Hi, my name is Janet Mitchell, and I am the Artistic Director of AGM Theater Company. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the wonderful artists who participated in an evening with Langston Hughes. We look forward to seeing you all at the next project, and thank you so much for your support.